Hi guys, today let us move on to limits. Suppose f of x is a real valued function and c is a real number. The expression limit x tends to c f of x equal to L means that f of x can be as close to L as possible when we make x sufficiently close to c. In such case, we say that the limit of the function f of x as x approaches c is L. We have to remember that this statement is true even if f of c is not equal to L. Indeed, for this statement, we can also say that f of x need not be defined at c. Now, let us see the limit of the function f of x as x tends to 2. Given f of x is x minus 1. So here from our values of calculation we observe that as we are moving more closer to 2, that is as x tends to 2 from left hand side, we observe that f of x moves closer to 1, and also the same way as we are moving closer to 2 from the right hand side, we also observe that the same f of x approaches 1. We have to see both from left hand side and right hand side. So here we have to define two quantities called left hand limit and right handed limit. So, left-handed limit is when we approach the value from the left-hand side. We write here as x tends to 2 minus. Minus indicates from left-hand side. This left-hand side we can observe from the number system. It does not mean that when we are saying x is approaching to from left-hand side, it doesn't mean x is equal to some minus 100 or minus 200. It means the values which are much closer to 2 from the left hand side, like 1.9, 1.99, 1.999. The same, when we say x approaches 2 plus, that means we are approaching 2 from right hand side and the values must be very closer to 2, like 2.001, 2.01 and 2.1. So, if the value is exactly same from the left hand side and right hand side, we say that limit x tend to f of x exists. The same, if we see in the next example, here f of x is x square minus 4 by x minus 2, and we have to find the limit of the function f of x as x approaches 2. And in this, we observe that the left-handed limit, that is limit x tends to 2 minus f of x. When we approach from left-hand side, the values are approaching 4. The same is observed when we are moving right side also. When we are coming from right side, the limit value approaches 4. But at x is equal to 2, if we observe, the value of the function is not defined. But even though, as we have seen in the definition, the limit x tends to f of x exists in this case too. Before moving to our further discussion on algebra of limits and indeterminate form, let us understand the clear difference between limit of a function and value of function through some of the cases. So in the first case is that limit x tends to a f of x exists but f of a does not exist. This is the same case which we have seen before. So here, for example, f of x is of the form x square minus a square by x minus a. So if we observe the left-handed limit and right-handed limit, we can say that as x approaches from left side of a and also as x approaches from right side of a, the value of this limit is same as 2 times a. So we say that limit of the function exists. But when we substitute x equal to a, we see that f of x comes in the form of 0 by 0. It means the function is not defined. So in the first case, limit exists but f of a does not exist. Let us see the next case. Limit f of x does not exist but f of a exists. So let us consider greatest integer function, box x. At x equal to a, if a is an integer, then the value of f of x is f of a, which is equal to a. So the function at any a exists. But if we observe the left-handed limit and right-handed limit, when we approach from left side in the real number, we observe that the limit of the function is a minus 1, and if we observe the right hand side, we observe that the limit of the function is a. So we can say that limit does not exist. Now if we come to the further case, limit f of x and f of a both exist and are equal. So let us consider a function which is equal to sin x if x is negative and equal to x if x is greater than or equal to 0. So we have to find the limit of the function at x equal to 0. So if we see that f of 0 is 0, since x equal to 0, the value of the function is x. So f of 0 is 0. Here the function is defined and exists and finite too. Now if we observe the limit of the function, if we consider left-handed limit, the value is sin x, which is equal to sin 0, and the left-handed limit is 0. If we observe right-handed limit, the value of the function is x and the limit value is 0. So we observe that limit of the function and the value of the function both exist and are equal. Now let us see the case in which the limit for the function exists and the value of the function too exists, but both are not equal. So here the example we have taken is the value of the function at x equal to 3 is given by 3, and when x is not equal to 3 is given by x square minus 9 by x minus 3. Here if we observe the right-handed limit and left-handed limit are equal and the value is given by x plus 3. We will see in our further discussion how to calculate the limit values. So the value is 6. And when x equal to 3, the value of the function is 3. So from this case, we can observe that there sometimes exists a case where the limit value of the function and the value of the function exist infinite but are not equal to. Now let us see the algebra of limits. Let us consider two functions f of x and g of x such that limit x tends to a, f of x is equal to L, and limit x tends to a, g of x is equal to m. Now if we want to calculate limit x tends to a, f of x plus g of x, this can be simply expanded as limit x tends to a f of x plus limit x tends to a g of x, which is nothing but L plus m. Similarly, if we want to calculate limit x tends to a f of x minus g of x, we can write this as limit x tends to a f of x minus limit x tends to a g of x, which is equal to L minus m. Now, if we go for limit x tends to a fg of x, we can write this as limit x tends to a f of x into limit x tends to a g of x, which is equal to L times m. And now, limit x tends to a f by g of x can be written as limit x tends to a f of x by limit x tends to a g of x. We have to observe that this last case is valid only if limit x tends to a g of x is not equal to 0. So this is equal to L by m. We also must remember that all these algebra of limits is valid only when both the limits L and m are finite.